Good morning, and thank you very much. Thank you all for joining us for our weekly press conference. Since I became mayor in 2018, I have often stated that public safety is of the utmost importance in our community. The men and women of the City of Erie Police Department are doing incredible work to ensure that our city is safe, a safe place to live, work, play, and raise their family. Today, I'm extremely happy to say that the major crime continues to decline thanks to the leadership of Chief Dan Spizzarni and the dedication of our entire police force, a lot of who are with us today. Reducing crime is central to our 6-word mission, which is build opportunity, restore hope, transform Erie. To achieve this mission, we must not only focus on trends related to crime here in Erie, but we must also stop crime from happening ever again. That's our goal. With us today is Chief Dan Spizzarni to tell us more about the crime statistics through the third quarter of 2024. The Chief will also highlight the great news about several grants that the City of Erie received to help this trend continue. Chief Dan, the floor is now yours.
Thank you, Mayor. Now, before I start talking about numbers, which are a little bit boring, it almost feels like being a manager of a professional sports team, and we're in the playoffs. We've done a great job through the season. We're 3/4 of the way through the year. We have the championships coming up here, our fourth quarter. If we can do what we've done in the first 3 quarters, we're going to end with an incredible year that are going to show all our numbers and crime down in the City of Erie, and that's our goal here. So with that, let me start with our violent crime, and here are the numbers regarding homicide. In the first 9 months of the year, there were 3 homicides compared to last year, 13, and only one of those was a shooting this year. Our shots fired are also steadily dropping from 213 all the way down to 80. The number of people shot this year, 13 compared to this time last year, which was 41. Of those 13, 4 of them were accidental, 3 were justified, and of the 6 remaining, 4 of them are solved, and there's only 2 unsolved in that group. Again, tremendous work by the detectives upstairs. In the aggravated assault category, we're down 28 compared to last year, and our robberies have shown a slow but steady decrease from 73 to 69, now to 61. On the property crime side, the stolen firearms are down from 131 to 56, now to 37. But it's still a little over 1 gun a day of being stolen. Recovered firearms. Again, this number has decreased because the number of guns stolen are decreasing, but it still shows that the work that the officers are doing on the street to take guns off the street is still very significant. In the burglary here, we've got a trend going down. It continues to decrease. Our theft from motor vehicles have decreased. In 2 years, we have 300 less theft from autos. In the general theft category, this is the one concerning area that we've really seen, in that we're up about 67 thefts in the first 3 quarters of the year. That trend is continuing, but we're going to try to address that more. In the fraud department, it's trending down. Forgeries, it's pretty steady. Our rapes are steady. That's great news because we've been reporting that they were still increasing there for a while. So to hold steady at 29 is a good sign that we're maybe turning the table there. Overall, sex offenses are down from 200 to 115. That's a significant drop in reported sex offenses. Our arsons did bounce back up there from 15 back to 27, where we were 3 years ago. We'll be working with our arson specialist on getting those numbers down. Another one, it's not a humongous drop, but we see a trend with our domestic disturbances going down. That's great news too. On the enforcement side, our DUI patrols have netted more arrests than we have for several years. Having the time to do that, the patrol officers not being tied up with so many shootings and shots fired, allows them time to do other enforcement work, such as DUIs, which ultimately save lives as we have less crashes. On the drug side, we've known that for several years now that overdoses and overdose deaths have been rising across the country, not just here in Erie. Well, I can say that this is the year we're going to turn that around. In overdoses, this year we're at 187 compared to 297 last year. That's a tremendous decrease. And as far as overdose deaths, last year we had 51. This year we're only at 26, almost a 50% drop. We hope that those numbers keep going down. You'll ask, why are these numbers going down? And I have several things here to talk about. First is ShotSpotter. We have technology here that's allowing us to pinpoint where those shots are coming from. Instead of just having a neighbor call saying, I heard some shots outside my house, and not having a clue where it is, ShotSpotter is giving us a centralized location to where those shots were fired, triangulated based on the sound. That technology has helped us in several cases. I'll have more on a ShotSpotter report in the near future. We also, through the ARP money, brought back our juvenile unit and the crisis car. Those were needed units to make our department function better by having those available resources. The crisis car started last year in May, and through May of this year, they responded to 1,904 crisis calls. Those are mental health, homeless type calls where we're having our specialized trained officers work with the people in that area. Our community policing initiatives, there's no stopping. The COP program and the PAL program, which continues to grow and grow. Almost 1,700 kids are now involved in COPs from where we were 8-9 years ago when we started with 35. Additionally, and this is very important to the police department, is that we've been securing grants to purchase needed equipment, technology. Last year, we had $8.1 million received in grants for the Erie Police Department. This year, we're currently at $6.8 million. That's money that the taxpayers are not buying all this stuff with that is necessary and needed to bring our department up into the area the level we need to be in order to do the work we're doing. But even with all those, the most important thing I believe is the capacity to do the work needed, is that we have enough officers to do the necessary work. We couldn't do what we were doing with the 173 officers we had several years ago. ARP money, the American Rescue Plan, provided us with money in order to hire additional officers. That's why we have a juvenile unit now. That's how we have a crisis car now. Right now, our department's at 194 police officers, and we're accomplishing great improvements, as you see from today's report. Erie's a safer city because of all this money and programs and the officers' hard work that we have. So I'd like to congratulate the members of the Erie Police Department. We hope to finish the fourth quarter strong here and come out with a win at the end of the year. And again, show that Erie is truly a safe and inviting city. Thank you.
Chief, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We appreciate the update. Our Erie Police Department is doing incredible work, and I encourage everyone to let them know what a fine job they are doing in our city to keep us all safe and secure. I also like to sincerely thank Chief Spizzarni, the command staff, my Chief of Staff, Renee Lamus, and the grant team for working so hard to secure much-needed funding to equip the Erie Police Department with tools they need to do the job, to hire the staff necessary to protect our city. This is a truly job well done, and I congratulate our entire police force, many of who are with us today as well. I really congratulate you all on what you're accomplishing. That concludes this week's press conference. Please continue to follow us on social media for the latest updates on everything happening here in the city of Erie. Everyone who spoke is now available for interviews. Thank you for being here, and thank you for those who watched on TV. Thank you very much.